Thank you. I like Facebook. That's a weird thing to say, I know, but I wish more websites were like Facebook. Like, how awesome would it be if you could go to a porn website and there was a category called People You May Know? I think that'd be very exciting. I'd be like, forget about these amateurs. I'm going to see if my friend Jeff is on here. That'd be pretty cool. I went to a restaurant not too long ago that was not yet open to the public because I'm a cool guy. And it was this thing. It was just for friends and family of the people who worked at the restaurant. It was called a soft opening. Have you guys heard that expression, a soft opening? Yeah. That is the most disgusting phrase I've ever heard in my life. A soft opening. I don't want to go anywhere near a soft opening, let alone eat inside one. I'm sorry. Yeah. I was watching a Ryan Gosling movie on cable every night, and there was this scene in the movie I saw where Ryan Gosling is watching his son be baptized from the back of a church, and he just starts crying. And it's very emotional, very moving. And I was like, yeah, how does Ryan Gosling start crying like that when he's acting in a movie? So I read an interview with him, and it turns out what he'll do when he wants to start crying is he'll just think to himself, what if I wasn't Ryan Gosling? And then the tears just start to flow. That's what happens. I have a 2.5-year-old son, and I did not want to become one of those comedians who was always talking about fatherhood. But then I thought to myself, who's the most famous comedian who always talked about fatherhood? Bill Cosby. And yeah, that's when I realized, there's an opening at the top. Right? So, yeah, thank you. That's a G-rated Bill Cosby joke in 2017. That's very hard, very hard. My son is starting to say really funny things. The other day, he asked my wife, can I touch your boobs? And she was like, no, you can't touch my boobs. And his response was, can I do it quietly? Nah, dude, that's way creepier. Trust me, it's not a volume issue. That's not the problem. I'm worried about him growing up because I think kids grow up a lot faster than they used to. Like, I was talking to my nephew, who's 8, and he was just mentioning some girl in his class, and I said, oh, is that your girlfriend? And he said, no, girls have cooties. And I was like, oh, well, someday you'll like girls. And he said, stop being so heteronormative. I was like, whoa, where'd that come from? I don't think I'll be good at giving my son the sex talk. Like, I know I'll say things that will confuse him. I'll be like, all right, listen up. You should always practice safe sex and never have sex without a condom because, trust me, once you do, you're never going to want to go back to using a condom again. It's just a lot less fun. So, yeah. Boy, I think we can all agree that the country is crazy right now politically. Here's how effed up things are right now. I actually know who my congressperson is. Yeah. That is not normal. Let's not normalize that. I don't want to know that guy's name. But we're a very divided nation. But personally, I choose not to focus on the things that divide us as people. I choose to focus on the things that unite us. And the one thing we all have in common, whether you're Republican or Democrat or black or white, gay or straight, each and every one of us, we all have a podcast. And I think that's what's going to take us into the next decade. Well, I have to go in a minute, but before I do, I just wanted to make a quick announcement to you guys as a public service that October is National Awareness Month. So, yeah. Just be on the lookout in general. Thank you very much.